Can you hear me right here?
I can hear you.
Hey, let's go.
Can
Promise
hear you through
Ma'am.
Can you hear through the microphone? I can't.
Oh, I can. I can see right there.
Okay.
We're good. You say something and you look.
Hello.
See?
I see.
So we're good. Promise
We're
Ma'am. Pop-up podcast. We are down here at Break Time. Somewhere on
Jonestown Road.
Jonestown Road.
And
That's
421.
it. Hey, there you
In
go.
Winston-Salem.
You already know it. We're here with one of the sponsors of tonight's event. What is this event called? Because I don't know.
Okay, so this event is for TealDrops.
Gotcha.
And TealDrops is a nonprofit that was started in my daughter's memory
Gotcha.
for overdose awareness,
Damn.
for prevention,
Damn.
and to bring to reduce stigma and to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic and the crisis and the causes of it, and the mental illness and the hurts that people feel and the reasons that they use to numb their pain.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, my daughter died January 22nd, will be 2 years.
Gotcha.
And I had my nonprofit up and running June 6th, the same year.
Really?
Yes, I was in a hurry.
You're getting it done, huh?
We needed change.
So what now most people for me, I know West Virginia, some places like that, it's a little bit more. So is it not more?
No, Winston-Salem is huge. Actually, our numbers went up again this past year. In 2018, the nation's numbers and overdoses declined, and ours in Forsyth County actually went up. We still have a problem. No one's talking about it, but there is a bad problem in Winston-Salem, Forsyth County.
Do you mind me asking what the drug of choice was?
Pardon me?
I said, do you mind me asking what the drug was like?
Oh, well, I'm not sure what my daughter died of. She died of an overdose. She was a heroin user, so I assume it was heroin and probably fentanyl. But I've never gotten the tox results.
And fentanyl is horrible.
Yes.
I'm talking about people are going to jail. If you even get caught with a little bit of that, I mean.
Okay, well, to put it into perspective, if you think about heroin being a little marble,
yeah,
fentanyl is a basketball in proportion. A hot air balloon is car fentanyl. You can't. It's not even. It's so much stronger that it's just hard to even fathom. Just a little grain of it is toxic.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that cross-contamination stuff or whatever.
Yes.
You may not even, you can have whatever and it's just kind of it had a little bit of fentanyl.
Yes. Yes, and you can buy the exact same looking containers of heroin from someone and not know if they're actually the same potency. Because of contamination, because you don't know if the person was using when they were doing it, when they were mixing it, did they use the same amount? So you don't know from every time. It's like playing Russian roulette every time you inject heroin.
That's crazy. I'm sorry about that.
It's crazy to inject heroin in the first place.
It is. Well, I mean, I'm sorry that that happened, but great cause. Yes. This is really good. How did y'all get together to do this event?
Pardon me?
How did y'all get together to do this event?
Well, I've known Rachel since she was on Trade Street with Designs, Vines, and Wines. Gotcha. And she, ironically, when my daughter died, the police, one of the police officers called me to come and speak at the police department. So I went up to the Winston-Salem Police Department the day before my daughter's funeral to speak to all the police about the impacts to families.
And what is that? What's the impact?
The impact is our kids are dead. We're losing them. They're dropping like flies. But the fact that it doesn't matter how you raise your child, you can raise your child in church every Sunday. And my daughter was a cheerleader. My daughter was, she was an artist. She was academically gifted. So it doesn't matter. I thought of it as being someone on the corner, the person that lived under the bridge. It's not. It's the person that's sleeping in the next room. and you don't know. And when you do know, it's too late because it's hard to pull them out. Only 20% get out of addiction.
That's a scary statistic.
Yeah, it is.
20%.
Yeah, that recover from deep heroin use. Yes. I started a master's at Wake Forest in addiction research this past August.
Really?
Yes. And it's really sweet. I finished my first semester this past Sunday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
At 54.
Wait, what?
Actually, I finished it at 53 because I turned 54 the next day. I turned 54 on Monday. But get this. My daughter used to say it's 11:11, make a wish.
There you go.
She said that all the time. I submitted my last assignment. I uploaded my video for the last thing that I had to do. I pushed the button and I looked down and it was 11:11, and the tears just strolled down my face because I knew my baby was proud.
There you go.
I couldn't have planned that. I couldn't have planned. If I had planned to submit it at 11:11, I would have pushed the button and it would have been 11:12 before it went.
Something like that. That's what I'm talking about.
I could not have done that
That's what
in a million years. That's God.
Do you think the professor really knew what they were talking about?
My professors in my classes? Yes, I'm taking a counseling, like addiction counseling.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of reflection of yourself and your past and your relationships. And I had no idea. I didn't know what I didn't know. If I'd known all the skills that I'm learning, I would have been able to help my daughter more.
And that's one of the things why it seems like a blind side before anything else happens, because it's like we didn't know you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly. You don't know. Yeah.
Now all of a sudden
it's not even on your radar.
Wow.
Yes. And what I didn't realize was generational traumas.
Yeah. Like what?
I raised my kids like I was raised.
Gotcha.
And broken homes and the lack of God.
I understand.
Okay. We used to be a religious country. And then there was this war on Christianity. And
what time?
Pardon me?
What time?
What time?
Yeah.
Was the war on Christianity?
Yeah, that timeline.
Oh, it's been going on since I was a kid. I mean, all kinds of things to break down the family. The women, I'm woman, hear me roar. Well, godly families is a husband and a wife adoring each other, loving each other, and showing their children what it means to love one another.
Understood.
When you break that down and you destroy the family and you give incentives if you don't get married, that child doesn't have the stability of a mom and a dad and the name that they can be proud of. They don't get the love, affection, and attention that they need to thrive.
She's spitting something real. She is spitting something real right here.
It's the truth. It starts in our hearts. The numbing of the drugs is the hurt in our hearts. Broken homes, broken families. When you have God, you have something to lean on in your times of need.
There you go.
And you need a husband-wife team to make children have self-esteem and to grow and to feel safe. That's security. That's safety. And keeping us in poverty by keeping the families broken, it's self-promoting, and we have a lot of hurt.
Hey, that's it. I ain't gonna get too deep.
When you're a single mom, you don't have time to put up a Christmas tree. You're trying to put a roof over somebody's head.
That's it.
And you don't have the support. When you're doing it alone, you do 100%.
Yeah.
They teach you when you're going to discipline somebody, don't discipline two kids together because they each take up 50% of it. They don't solely become responsible for 100%. So if you're going to discipline your two kids, you separate them and discipline them one-on-one, because they have to take 100% they have to absorb 100% of the responsibility.
There you go.
Well, when you're a single mom, you're absorbing 100% of the responsibility. You have no one to split it with. You don't have enough left to give to read the bedtime story.
Mathematics, y'all. Mathematics.
It takes
passion.
Oh.
This is passion right here. This is hurt.
That's me. I have
this
passion.
is pain, but this is triumph too.
You know, God is good.
There you go.
And He has pulled me through this. And He is the one. TealDrops is about teal to heal. It is about the tears of joy when we recover, when we save somebody, when we prevent addiction, when we pull somebody out of addiction. Those are tears of joy. We cry at weddings. We cry at babies. This is new life when you pull somebody out of the throes of addiction. So it's about saving lives and not... It's changing the stigma. We got to change the language. We got to stop.
Exactly.
We have to stop beating people down and start pulling people up.
That's it.
And we got to start pushing people together. We need to, instead of giving incentives for being a single mom, we need to be giving incentives for getting married and staying together and working together as a team, because our children need that.
The women's empowerment, as far as for that, or men, you know
what? Family empowerment. What about family? Godly family empowerment.
I ain't gotta say nothing else. All right, let everybody know. Let everybody know.
Let's fist bump. Let's mic bump. Mic bump. We're gonna do a new
that's
mic bump.
Mic bump.
Mic bump.
Let everybody know where they can send donations. Let them know your socials. Let them just know whatever they need to know to get in touch with you.
Okay, and we're
family empowerment.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a good one.
But we do. We need to empower people to stay together. We need to incentivize working together as a team. This is parenthood is a team sport. There ain't no I in that.
No.
Those babies suffer. And those babies need that love and nourishment and nurturing and just cuddling, and we got to give it to them. Okay, so TealDrops. TealDrops.org.
There you go.
Is our website. You can email me at susan@tealdrops.org. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We do events throughout the year. We are getting ready to do a 5K in the spring.
Where at?
And we're going to be doing it in Winston-Salem.
Excellent.
We don't have a date yet, but it's in the spring. We got people working on putting the planning together.
No problem.
But I will be speaking with a team at South by Southwest Global Conference. Fist bump me on that.
Look, I got you. What? So you're going down to South by Southwest with this?
I put in a proposal. Overdose. 7 elements to fixing the opioid crisis.
Is South by Southwest EDU?
Yes.
Look.
March 16th.
She is not playing.
South by Southwest. I put in the proposal. The Queen of Versailles is going to be on my panel, along with Hansel Tukes, Dr. Hansel Tukes, University of Miami. He's an MD that started the needle exchange in Miami. And then I have my friend Cindy Dodds, who lost her son on the streets of Overtown in Miami. The 4 of us will be speaking.
You know
on
I'm from
panel.
Florida, right?
I'm from Miami. Opelika.
I'm from
Liberty City. Overtown.
I'm from Pensacola, Florida.
Oh my gosh! So my ex was there. My daughter was born in Fort Walton Beach. See, we were.
This is why it was like, for some reason, this is right.
It was just too good.
It's just
too good.
Like, so,
we were mic bumping.
That is it. Look, great cause.
Choctaw High School.
I went to Wyndham. High School, Pensacola, Florida, right there in Burgess. Not playing. We didn't have to play Choctaw a couple times. Lost. It's all good though. Cause all y'all do is y'all play football.
Yeah. Because they care about their football. There ain't much there. The beach and football.
Yeah, play football. That's what I'm talking. Look, support a great cause.
Yes.
Support.
TealDrops.org.
That's it.
We are there to change the stigma, educate. We talk to moms all the time when they're sad, when you can't reach your child, and it's a hard thing. It's a really hard thing to go through it when your adult child is in active addiction. It's a really hard thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we need to support those families. It's hard on the siblings.
I understand.
My son took it harder than I did.
I understand.
My brother lives in Pensacola too. I forgot about that. Hello, hey John.
That is what I'm talking about.
John Kelly.
There you go. There you go. I definitely gotta look him up. Gotta look him up.
There you go.
Hey, Promise Man on Pop-Up Podcast. Support this great cause. Support what's actually happening in your community.
That's right.
Period.
And the globe.
And the globe.
This is a global end to opioid misuse.
But
we are taking it to the globe.
But if every city has somebody who was as passionate as you,
yes, we can make a difference. We all need to come together. Go to TealDrops website, www.tealdrops.org. Join our cause. Because we're going to take it around the world.
I'm going to sign up. You already know.
We're going to go to, so 2021 is a holy year.
There you go.
And we are going non-denominational. We are inviting everyone. We are going to Spain to walk the Camino Trail for an opioid prayer pilgrimage to pray for the opioid epidemic, and all religions are invited. This is everybody. It don't discriminate. That's right. And we're going to the world. I've been with the president, I've been with the vice president, I've been with Congress twice. We've had our first thing in Washington D.C. last year. Was our first Tealize the Town event. We had our third one here in Louisville this year. And this is going to go. Next one, we got to meet the Pope. Pope's on the list. The Dalai Lama.
She ain't playing.
I ain't playing.
You ain't playing. It's a crisis.
They are going to be calling me. They're going to want to walk the Camino Trail to do this pilgrimage because it is going to be a global outreach.
That's what I'm talking about.
South by Southwest. See you there.
Hey,
be there. Be square.
Well, I can't be
March
square.
March 16th.
I can't be square because look how round I am. Promise Man on Pop-Up Podcast. Out here break time. Look, thank you
yeah,
so much for coming out here. We do it. See y'all in a little bit.
Thank
Peace. Love.